Start streaming this thing, better calculate. No, YouTube is retarded. Make sure I got my code. I got my stream key.
Yeah,
Right?
I think I got my mic right, bro. I had a lot of people complaining about my mic being too low on my other streams.
Yeah, me too. So I had to. I mean, I just started playing around my effects and stuff on mine.
You know what it was in OBS. I had it bounce. I had my mic bounce down to mono, and that that shit turned me down like 4 dBs. It it maxed me out at like a -4. I didn't notice that.
You had to get some more gain.
Yeah, because it's crazy. I'm running through a preamp, and then I got the mobile 192. Like I should be Gucci, bro.
Oh shit! You got the USB 3 one.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah, I heard good things about that. I was thinking about getting a Thunderbolt one, but I opted out for the goddamn.
The Apollo.
I love it though. And you know, I mean, for what I do with it, the latencies. Yeah, Thunderbolt is just way to go.
Yeah, the Apollo's fire, bro. But I did not want to get stuck in that cycle of goddamn of buying all the plugins.
See, that's what it is. People think you got to buy all the plugins when you don't really need them, man.
Then don't talk to me like that, bro. I'll fuck around and buy that thing because I heard they have virtual channels. Do you use your virtual channels?
I do. Yeah, I'm using that. I read out the different stuff and all kind of stuff, man. I got 2 interfaces hooked up. I'm using the Apollo plus my Focusrite connected together.
I don't understand why they don't advertise the virtual channels. I guess it's because there's not a. Oh man, see I knew that shit was gonna happen. Hold up. Let me fix my audio because I did an experiment and it failed.
Yeah, I got a few people coming in right now. We about to get started with the streams real soon, people. So don't worry, we're just getting set up.
All right, hold on. Let me turn my mic up. I'm turning my mic up so loud for the people to hear me.
Yeah, man, like
yo.
I got you jacked up.
Yeah, OBS is a struggle with me right now. Oh, okay, now I'm redlining. All right.
If you ain't clipping, you're tripping.
Yeah, right. All right, bet that up. All right, what's up, everybody? It's CMP with Craftmaster Productions, and riding with us, we got
Mr. Different as always. So
all right.
What is good?
So
what you want to tell them about the topic this time today, man?
Yeah, I do. All right. So in the last stream I had, Studio or PreSonus had released a little ad that was kind of cryptic, and they got a new one now. It's the same deal with the going through the clouds, but now they put the Studio One logo in it. We done seen the screenshot of Johnny Gibe's computer where he had the Studio One 4 icon lit up, so he's a known beta tester. So we're pretty much confirming. We're jumping out the window. And we're confirming the Studio One 4 is coming, and it's coming, and it's coming this year. And people are excited about that. And then we have FL Studio 20. You know what I mean?
We already know. I done made videos about it. Everybody's been getting on me, hating and blah blah. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I said some good points. I pointed out. It's not really a big deal, but at the end of the day,
can we go? Can we do like a little recap? Because I see some of your videos and I was interested, but I was trolling my sports face group, my Facebook sports group at work, and didn't really get a chance to watch YouTube while I was at work. So if you could kind of like bundle it up, like what was it like? What were the improvements that you thought it should go to, and then what was the responses from from your people then?
So basically, okay, so the main thing is that FL20, the main thing that was big about FL20 is the fact it's now on Mac natively. Like it's a native Mac version.
It's a big deal.
And it runs good because in my other studios that I go to, matter of fact, I go to the studio later on the day anyway, but the studios that over there now, I installed FL Studio 20 on those Macs, runs beautifully. I can do everything I could do on my Windows PC on the Mac, and it works beautifully. That's the greatest thing about.
Bro, your face just lit all the way up when you said that.
because I ain't gonna lie, I love the MPX that's in the studio that we work with, but goddamn, being on FL Studio in the studio, they loving it. I'm just boom, 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 boom. Because I've been using it for over 10 years. I've been using it since I was 16 years old. I know FL20. I know FL Studio.
Yo, hold up, real quick before we go too deep. Because you said something. They like that you work fast, right?
Right.
They see you working fast, and that excites them.
Oh, that makes them like, oh, they like, oh fuck, like the beat's already done. I ain't even done writing yet. Hold on, Slim, slow down. And they love that. They love that shit. They know I'm gonna be busting them out.
I just want to put this out there for all y'all quality over quantity people. When you get into a pro setting, that shit is not the way to go. Proceed.
Exactly.
Proceed.
Yeah, quality ain't shit in the real studio. It's about, getting them out.
It's about production.
Yeah. They got 1 hour blocks. They gotta fucking boom. They gotta get it. We gotta go. We got an hour. We need 3 beats, Slim. All right, bet.
Yeah, you need to produce.
Exactly. But the main thing is, like, say, I brought up I brought up everything that was new in there. Like, I love that they got consolidating clips. I love they got the little waveforms you can see now. I love there's little stuff that they did that's nice. But overall, if you look at what overall they did to FL20, it's not a big jump. It's not like a huge big deal. And the reason I made that video is because the other content creators out there, not naming no names, not shitting on nobody, because I fuck with a lot of people out there.
We know who you're talking about.
There are a few people out there who are going, oh my God, FL20 is the shit. Oh my God, it's going to be the next biggest thing up. It's like, no, bro. FL20 is basically like FL 12.999991, something like that. It's not no big jump, and people are blowing it out of proportion like FL20 is the big thing. I understand it's 20-year anniversary bullshit. That is great. I'm so glad they should call it FL13.
Yo, Slim, I agree with you, bro, because I was honestly very surprised. Like, I thought for one, to jump from the teens to a new number, that would kind of
be like significant. Be like, oh my God, they about to drop some crazy updates, new sounds, this and that. Oh, I mean, but they just did like little polished stuff. Like they added features that's been in every DAW since the fucking beginning, and people do not understand that. And I'm sitting like, okay, that's okay. Waveforms, seeing waveforms when you record. I've been seeing that in Acid Pro. When I started with Acid Pro,
we seen that in Cool Edit.
Thank you, Cool Edit. Oh my God, that shit is shit back in the day. Being able to consolidate clips, Pro Tools had that forever. I mean, hell, Ableton had that. Studio One had it when it first came out.
Yo, but you know what the thing is though? Consolidating clips is a big deal for FL Studio, because I think FL Studio is the, because I stay on YouTube watching videos, but FL Studio, I see the most amount of people asking, how do I save CPU? And it's like bouncing into audio in in the playlist was kind of convoluted before, and now it's really easy. Like
it's one button. I love that, because I was actually in the forums and said something about it in FL12, like FL11 was going to FL12, like, y'all gonna add consolidating clips, because that'd be dope. But freezing, I said freezing, that's what it was called too, freezing your clips.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't know yet, just be on lookout. And it never came to FL12 until like, I think like the last update of FL12, FL12.9.
Yeah.
I think that's when they finally added it. And now it's a big feature now. When FL20 is like, oh well, yeah, finally. I mean, after how many years y'all finally did it? Like, I don't care no more now. It's actually there. I love it's there, but I don't really care.
I think the thing with FL Studio, they've started to pay a lot more attention to the people making trap on it. You know what I mean? Right. Like every other DAW, like people swear like trap producers and hip hop producers make up this big community. We don't. We get completely dwarfed by every other genre. And that's why you never see anything really urban themed in these in these DAW like stock packs and everything like that. But it seems like now they're paying attention, because I think the whole reason why that or why the consolidating thing actually came out, with them giving so much resistance to it, is they see like, bro, like these guys are using like 6 instances of Omnisphere in here, and we don't have an easy way to transfer that into audio in the session. Like they're gonna have to go around the ass to get to the elbow to record it into Edison and drag it out. And that's,
oh God,
like
it's
that,
crazy.
Like that shit was so weird to me.
And to this day, CPU should still shit on FL Studio. That's just how it is. It's been that way forever. It's still shit unless you got a good computer. You got a good computer, you ain't got to worry about. But most producers on FL Studio on fucking laptops. From Walmart that their mama bought for their schoolwork,
running that i3 to death, bro.
i3 with 4 gigs of RAM, with a 250 SSD. You ain't got hard drive. I ain't gonna say SSD, hard drive. Walmart don't do SSDs. But in the day, the main thing, the thing that people miss about that video and the videos I made is that I don't hate Image Line. I don't hate FL Studio. I don't think that they're a shit company. I just think these things they're doing now is just not a big deal, and people are making it out to be the biggest thing out there. Which, I mean, if you're new to DAWs, then yeah, it's a big deal. But people who've been using this, people who've been making this a career, such as myself, which I've been doing, like I said, I make a living off of using FL Studio in studio work. So these little things are like, shit, that's not enough for me. I need to be able to work faster. Yeah, do more. I make money off this, and if I'm investing money into your product and all this, and promoting it, giving y'all free promotion for one, doing all these video tutorials on it. I built the YouTube off of it. At least, listen to the people like me, other content creators, other users of it. Listen, like, just give us some stuff that we actually asked for. Don't just give us what you think, what y'all want to do. That's what Pro Tools did. Look how many people are switching from Pro Tools to other DAWs.
Yeah, no, well, that's what I mean. With the companies, bro, like they're real slow. Like if you look at, I'm gonna use like Black Ops as an example, right? Because because I play that shit, and I was watching all their all their content with the reveal and everything. If you look at how like Activision and those studios, they understand what the YouTubers mean to their brands. You know what I mean? Because like when their YouTubers left and started playing different games, they had to push up the release of the thing that people actually wanted and start generating the hype. Like I see a lot of decisions that they made. Normally when the studio will release like a reveal event, it'll just be the multiplayer. But right. they on this release event, they came and they brought the multiplayer and they brought the zombies out, which is a community within the community, and you really got to see like the way that they approached this was for YouTube, whereas whereas in audio, whereas these DAW companies, they don't hold us in that high esteem. Like they'll come and put copyright strikes on your fucking channel. You know what I'm saying? After you done showcase the shit out of their DAW, you know what I'm saying, and put your livelihood at stake. They'll come and do that. But are they putting you on the beta? Are they listening to your suggestions? Things crazy. Things like that, dude.
That's crazy. I even mentioned that in the video, talking about how they're more focused on getting the people who are torrenting their stuff. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, cool. You're supposed to do that for your company. You got to protect your IP. You got to protect your money and all that. But I did it as a joke, and a lot of people took that like crazy, like, dude, why that doesn't matter? But at the same time, they're more focused on stuff that doesn't really matter. People are going to torrent your product regardless. I see there's people in my comments, I was like, I already found the torrent for it. Like, why aren't you going for those people? Why aren't you trying to hit those people? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're admitting that they got the torrents like that. Yeah. You say you worried about YouTubers who are actually, teaching people how to do this, getting you free promotion, all this, and not. I don't know. It's just. Companies are crazy these days. They do what they gotta do. It's just like the Waves thing. Waves just send people into studios to see if other like producers and engineers were using crap plugins.
Yo, that's the thing. That was a thing. Yeah. That was a thing, bro.
They used to plant fucking artists, fake artists, to go in the studio and be like, "Oh, what you using? Oh, you don't own that? All right, gotcha." And
but you know what? They're catching up because they lowered the prices of all their shit. You don't have to spend $13,000 to get the diamond bundle anymore. You know what I mean? Like they
got to because like I said, UA's got the same model, but they're still like one of the most popular brands and most popular plugins, even though their plugins are super expensive. I mean, because they're good, so Waves is like, what? We got a bunch of plugins too. Let's just lower them down and watch they fly off the shelves. And every month they have like a huge sale, and they're just selling. Even though they're getting dwarfed by all the bigger companies. Just the fact that the price is good. They're like FL Studio, free updates for life is amazing. I think that's a great thing, but it's not gonna make me, fucking kiss Image Line's asshole.
Nah,
give
for
me
real.
Updates for life. I don't care. I just want a good product. I make money off this. I need to be able to, work faster, do good, and do better. So yeah, that's all it is. That's what it was. Then the people who are mostly hating are the ones who can't afford FL Studio to begin with, the ones that were hating on me and stuff like that, talking shit. Like
I mean, what was their problem? They thought that you were criticizing the DAW.
Yeah, they thought I was shitting on FL Studio, and they're like, you use FL Studio. Why you shitting? I'm not shitting on. I mean, like I said, I've been using this for 10 years.
I'll tell you what, bro. FL Gang FL gang, let me talk to FL gang. Let me get up in Slim's channel. Let me talk to FL gang. Yo, y'all are sensitive AF, bro. Like y'all, y'all need to calm the fuck down. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, FL Studio trash DAW. But you know what? That doesn't mean that I think your music is trash. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like people don't understand that. I had somebody come up on my channel and they was just dropping comments and they they hit one of my videos that was like, yo, this beat is mad simple. I thought Studio 1.3 was supposed to be better than FL Studio, which it is. But I'm just like, bro, this person really thinks that because a DAW is better, that the music that comes out of it better. Like, nah, bro, that's not how DAWs work, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, if you can't make a good beat, it don't matter what DAW you get. You can have every piece of equipment, every piece of gear you want, whatever DAW, you're still gonna suck. Yeah, dude, it's a tool. Like, fam, you could go to Home Depot right now, all right, and there's 17 hammers on the wall. There's a 16-ounce hammer. There's a hammer with a full hilt. There's a hammer with a wood handle. There's a 22-ounce hammer. You know what I mean? And we could all go out, each pick up a hammer, but only the carpenter is gonna know how to use that hammer to drive a nail into a board with 2 whacks. You know what I mean? I could give a rookie the 24-ounce hammer, and he's still gonna have to hit the nail 6-7 times and probably bang his thumb because he doesn't know how to aim. So exactly. And I got threatened by FL gang. Like, damn, I got threatened by my own gang. Shit, like this dude. They were like, some dude say he'll run up on me. I'm like, over my opinion, you're gonna run up on me? Like, bruh, like, come on, y'all. It's just a DAW. Everybody has an opinion. If it's good, it's good. If you like it, if the updates are the shit to you, then god damn it, do what the fuck you do. But to me, I wasn't impressed. That don't mean that it sucks. Does not mean that whatsoever. Rethink yourself. But it is what it is. Yeah, and it doesn't mean like when I started messing around with because a lot of people who have watched my channel, they got on Studio One because of what I showed them they could do in it, and that's because there was that had nothing to do with the DAW being better than FL Studio, which it is, but it was just because nobody had shown it in that capacity. You know what I mean? They didn't know that all this shit was in there to make to make the workflow easier. So so I freaked it, but when I started using Ableton and I started doing some videos on Ableton, I did a series, everybody started hitting me up like, yo, we switching to Ableton. I was like, bro, we're not doing anything, dude. Like, if you bought Studio One and you're fucking producing in Studio One and you're getting your work done, use Studio One. It's like, nah, but you're using Ableton. There's got to be something to it. And it's like, yeah, there's something to it. There's something to it. I have money in my bank account, and I have an addiction to music toys, bro, and it's sick, and I don't want you to have this. I'm the same way. Cause I got 3 DAWs I own on my computer. I own Pro Tools, Studio One, and FL Studio. They all do their own reason. Does not mean one's better than the other, in my opinion. I like them all. Well, except Pro Tools, I can't stand it, but I have to use it for work because if I don't, can't stand Pro Tools, I get them calls like, "Hey, bro, I need you to fix the vocals, man. Can you do that tonight?" Pro Tools is like the oldest DAW, bro. Like Pro Tools still runs like it's in the 90s, bro. Yeah, Pro Tools is. I mean, just give me. I might as well get a fucking inbox at this point. I mean, Pro Tools is shit. Yo, so Studio. Speaking of which, so Studio 1.4, bro. Like the Presonus community, they're getting hyped up. They're talking about Studio 1.4 is coming out. And every time every time a number update comes out for a DAW, like people expect me to get really excited about it but I'm just like, man, now I gotta save the files are gonna be different, and then when it first comes out, it's mad buggy and it's mad glitchy, just like Live 10 was. I gotta deal with that shit. I just don't get excited about it as much as everybody else does because again, like, my mentality, I look at it as a tool, and by the time you get to the end of the life of one DAW, it's so fine tuned and they fixed all the bugs and you got your templates and everything is just working so lovely, and then it's like shit. Studio One Floor 4, and my inbox is just filled with how do I cut an 808 in Studio One 4 and shit like that. But my excitement level with PreSonus is really tepid, just because I wasn't really super blown away with Studio One 3 because they didn't update any of their really bad sampler plugins. My Tai wasn't something that got used, which is the synthesizer in there. It wasn't something that got used in a bunch of my tracks. It was super CPU heavy. I have other synths that I liked. They didn't add like no crazy samples like like Live did. Live has samples curated by like Sound Oracle and shit. So that's amazing. Right. But along the way they did add some things that was amazing. Like initially, Studio One had a problem with multi-core processing, and they wouldn't, in normal DAWs, like if you have an i7, which is a 4-core processor, and then it hyper-threads to another 4, so you have 8 cores, and what it is if you have Omnisphere on mixer channel 1 and Contact on 2, and you're breaking it down, each one of those tracks is on a core, and you get to use real multi-core processing. With the way the Studio One was working, was everything was being slammed on that first core, so the CPU load was just going crazy. And then they finally fixed it with the Green Z update, and I think the Green Z update is like the most amazing advanced option in any DAW, because no other DAW has it, and it's one of the things that makes Studio One like better than other DAWs, like a verifiable metric, or not better, but you can say like, yo, y'all ain't got this, because what it does is, if you like to play, right, but you're producing and you got 4 Omnispheres open and you got plugins on everything, you got to switch your buffer size up to what, Slim? 1024? 248 if you got something nice,
it depends. It also depends on the
interface. Yeah. But yeah, so if you're working at a high sample rate now because you're trying to use the plugins. However, you want to play something, now you're dealing with latency. So what do? Do you freeze all the tracks? Do you bounce it to the audio? In Studio One, all you do is you click this little green Z above the VST, and that one VST will sit at a latency that's comparable to like a 32 block size. So you could play in real time and still have a huge session. Like nobody has nothing like that. So that shit is that shit's amazing. Like off rip. And then one of the things that I'm actually thought was really cool that FL Studio fixed about their DAW is they have automatic plugin delay compensation,
which is great.
Which is if you're like a basic beat maker starting out, you don't know why that's a big deal, because you don't deal with this shit. But if you've ever tried to sidechain a kick in FL Studio, yeah, no. God
damn. They get because it's trying to. It's stupid.
Bro. Like,
it's just great. Now automatically does it now is great. And I even mentioned it too. I said that's a great feature that they got going on, but I mean, it's not nothing that made me go, hey, FL Studio 20 is amazing.
And nobody mentions it, but that's also the reason why you couldn't really mix in FL Studio. You know what I mean? Like I would always see discussions and different forums and comment boxes and shit like that. It's like, why can't you mix in FL Studio? You could mix in FL. Hold up, man, I gotta let this hoe out.
Yeah, cause. Oh man, it's getting good now. I already know y'all about that. Please in the comments, hey, in the chat, let us know what y'all think.
But yeah, bro, so you would people just wouldn't understand, and then you got typically people using FL Studio, they're at like the beginner to intermediate stage. You know what I'm saying? Like once you get more savvy with the technology, you move on to another DAW. Not that FL Studio is a bad DAW. I mean, it's trash, but because, you know, there's certain limitations that once you get more advanced in your skills, you then realize like, oh shit, I can't sidechain. You know what I'm saying? Like hold on, like this is annoying. Let me find something that does this automatically. So I think it's
a problem. I say there's a problem with Windows. What
the plugin the plug yo Windows
elaborate.
Yeah, Windows does some weird stuff. Like in Studio One, Windows messes up the syncing, you know, in the with the video. Like people who there's people using Studio One now to do video scoring. I actually use Studio One 2 to do video scoring. That shit was really cool. I got my first I got my first little scoring placement in a little indie movie using it. But
there you go.
Can you do that in FL Studio?
It does have a video player, so you can do it. You can do video scoring.
Okay.
Yeah, it has a video player. I haven't used it myself because I use Pro Tools to do video scoring. Like, you know, I do Pro Tools as well, and I also use Studio One, but I never used FL to do it.
You use Pro Tools to make beats?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
How do you work? Do you just bounce directly to audio, or does it actually? Because
I do it. I straight to audio. Like because I say when I make beats Pro Tools, I'm usually using hardware or whatever. So I just bounce the audio.
Oh, okay. I
just go straight to audio. I can't. Cause MIDI sucks in Pro Tools.
Yeah, I had
MIDI sucks.
I tried to use Pro Tools as a DAW for MIDI because I seen that Noah was doing that when Drake first started. That's how I first found out about Expand in like 2009. And
I love Expand though. Man.
Yeah, it's 9 years old though, bro. Come on, man.
But hey, a 9-year-old plugin is still holding up to this day.
Bro, it's only holding up because they gave it away for $1, and then all the type beat producers started using it, dude. That's why it came back.
Type beat producer, I love being one. It feels so good.
Shit, I'm a type beat producer too, bro.
Oh fucking! I haven't made a type beat. I'm making so much lo-fi shit. Shout out to DJ Av, by the way.
So you, bro, I've been secretly making lo-fi trap, bro.
I've been on lo-fi.
I'm
on a lo-fi binge right. I'm on a lo-fi high right now.
That shit's fun, bro.
Haven't made a trap beat in a month. I've been making straight lo-fi.
My shit's been lo-fi as fuck, but I'm making trap. Like I'm not gonna stop making trap. So I guess my shit's called funk, but whatever.
Trap sales though, that's unfortunate. Sales.
I don't see that it's unfortunate, bro. I mean, how you in South Carolina? You gonna talk down about trap, bro? Like.
Oh, because that's all they want. Nobody wants. Because I'm where that's all people want. That's it. They don't want nothing. I'm like, hey, bro, I got some dope sample shit. You want to hear? Nah, bro, I want that Metro Boomin, 808 Mafia siren shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
nah, they're not asking for the siren. They're not asking for the siren.
Boy, you give them the siren down here, they freaking the fuck. They busting nuts on your computer,
bro. You know what's funny? You know what's funny, dog? And you gotta. And it's funny because rappers and producers are so different, and I feel so bad for the people who are still at the stage of their like production confidence where they produce for producers, because you're hustling backwards like that.
Thank you.
But yeah, but bruh, dude, like I remember when I found inside Massive. I think it's Urban Assault 1 or 2. The Lex Luger Rise is in there, and the Lex Luger Rise it's actually the Just Blaze Rise with a gate on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it is.
Yeah. So I found it in there, and then I started putting it in my beats. All right, and I was taking my beats to the studio, and real talk, I noticed the 2 beats that had the Lex Luger Rise in them. They moved right away. So,
Right.
and it was the same group of people. So I took the same beats that I had showed them like 3 weeks earlier, and I spammed the Lex Luger rise on it, and I wound up getting off a whole mixtape, the beats that people had already heard, but because the Lex Luger rise was on there, and not nobody in the studio was like, "Hey man, isn't that Lex Luger's rise? Shouldn't you find your own effects to tag your beats with?"
And that's what it is. Like I say, because in this day, if you're making beats for artists, they don't give a fuck. They just want what sounds hot, what's out, what's popping. If that damn siren is popping, guess what? You better throw that siren in there. They're gonna eat it up. Now, my thing is, most people trying to press other producers is like, bro, why? They're not gonna buy your fucking beats. If I don't like, that's one reason I don't like doing beat reviews, because what my opinion don't matter. You can make a fucking garbage ass beat and it still sell. Yeah, my beats are whack as fuck, but guess what?
Hold up.
I'm in the studio.
Hold up. My chat is getting spicy. My chat's getting spicy right now. They said we don't care about them. Hold on. We got to go back. Queued up, hit play. Teddy Rose, I see y'all boys, man. I'm sorry, dude. You know when you get to talking about gear with with the other producer, man, it gets a little crazy, bro. Let me look at some of these questions. The console
some questions on my chat as well. On my chat, drop some questions as well.
Teddy Rose is addicted to Studio One. I mean, that's because it's better than FL Studio, bro. It's really.
I beg to differ on that. It's not better. It's just it has a different workflow, and that's another thing. You can't say a DAW is better if you've never tried other DAWs. A lot of people have never ever tried other DAWs.
Okay, that's a thing. That's a thing.
They claim that the DAW that they started with is better than everything else. Like these kids who've been using FL for 3 months, bro. It's better than everything out there. Have you tried Ableton? Have you tried Studio One? Have you tried Cakewalk? Have you tried this and that? I mean, I say Cakewalk. Cakewalk's free now. Have you tried
Bro, Cakewalk trash.
I mean, it's free though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a free. It's a
free. All right. So let's go into the comics because we could talk a little bit more about this. You seem to be pretty excited when I brought it up. Hit Play wants to know, what do you mean producing for producers? Why don't you tell them about it, Slim?
Okay, so basically, like, you're always trying to get the approval of other producers to justify you making good beats. Like beat reviews, for example. Now, I'm not shitting on anybody who do beat reviews, because I remember I went on like a whole 3-month spiel doing nothing but beat reviews. I love doing them. Now I kind of hate them. I don't hate them, but I ain't did as many as I'm supposed to be doing, which I might be doing this weekend. So stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. but anyway, but yeah, they're always trying to get the approval of another producer to justify their beats good. Fuck what the producers think. It doesn't matter what another producer thinks. I can sit here and be like, your beat sucks. It's whack. It's garbage. You might get placed by Drake. You might get a placement with Drake after the beat I said sucked. It don't fucking matter. Like, y'all trying to, like, if the artist like your beat, the artist's gonna buy the beat. Point blank, period. Whether that producer who's making $100,000 a year on their beat website or whatever says it sucks, does not fucking matter. If an artist loves your beat, they're going to buy it. Point blank.
Artists and producers listen to beats like fundamentally different. The way that like I remember I was I don't know why 40's on my mind right now, but I listened to I was listening to an interview with 40, and he was talking about the way that it was on Pisado's place, and he was talking about the way that Drake hears the beats and the way that he picks the stuff, because Dave and Abe were just blown away by how minimal their production was and how they were rolling off so much of the highs, and it sounded different than everything else. I knew what that was. That was a hip hop sound being brought into, because if you think about it, and Dave Passato brought it up too, what they were doing was like Wu-Tang. Like Wu-Tang, there was no information above like 11K. Everything was rolled off. And if you think about like the quote unquote Drake filter and shit like that, everything above like 10K is rolled off, dude.
Right.
So, but anyway, I got
a question. When you get done yours.
All right, got you. What he was saying about Drake and the way that he listens to the beats was he's not listening, like, especially the drums, he's not listening to the sounds of the drums. He's listening for the space in between, and that's how he finds his groove, and that's how he finds his vocal pocket. Now you'll play a beat for a producer, especially if they're a producer that doesn't work with a lot of artists, and the first thing that they'll tell you is they'll be like, it kind of sounds empty.
Yeah,
you heard that a lot. It kind of sounds empty. It needs something. Yeah, bro, it needs a star vocal performance. That's what it needs, bro. You know what I mean?
And people keep getting me mixed up. I'll be like, simple is better, simple is more. And they be like, what do you mean simple is more? What you mean? Don't you need? I mean, no, bro, you don't need that much, because once you put these little bit, this couple of melodies in the bass line, some drums, and then the arts on it, you got a full fucking song that's full as fuck. I mean, so yeah, keeping it simple is very good.
Yeah, if you look at, and then to take it to another perspective, right? So you got like the commercial aspect. You take someone like Logic, his producer Six. I was watching an interview of his, and he was breaking down how they were going over the Bobby Tarantino thing, and Buddy was like, dude, I make one melody, right? A good melody. I might stack it, and then I put the drums underneath it and some vocal samples, and that's it. And then Logic is free to do his thing. Now, if you think about Logic, like the dude has got monster streaming numbers, monster tours. You know what I mean? This is, you know, this is a legit top tier hip hop artist, very visible, you know, huge cult following. And his producer isn't fortifying his tracks with a bunch of stuff. Another thing, and another thing, the way that producers experience music is, and musicians, all musicians do this as well, is you experience it through a level of difficulty, right? So because it took you a long time to figure out how to make like Southside hi-hats with the pitch going up and down and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then once you crack the code, you realize that it was really something simple. Then the next time you hear somebody with a crazy hi-hat pattern, you're not going to give them props for making a cool pattern. You're going to be like, oh, you fucking, all you did was figure out how to do that, how to pitch how to pitch a couple hi-hats down. That's no big deal. So you lose the ability, because a producer listens with a mechanical ear. A rapper listens with their heart. You see what I'm saying? So right. if you're sitting down there breaking down another man's techniques, and you know, and how he's flipping his tools, and oh man, you use the young chop snare again. That's in everything, bro. Like I'm off that.
The spins 808 and all that. You know, just give it up. Just move on. Don't worry about producers thing. I got a good question right here. From Kai. He says, hope I'm pronouncing that right. He said, should you become more efficient with one DAW before switching to another one?
What he said? What he said?
He said, should you get efficient with one DAW before switching to another one?
Honestly, my thoughts on that is you shouldn't switch DAWs. I know that you see like you'll see me do it, you'll see Slim do it, but I think that you should get a DAW and you should learn it. Like the reason why I switch DAWs is because I'm a content creator and I'm trying to reach as many people as I possibly can, because I legit think that I have a workflow that's special and that could help you guys out a lot, and I want to share it to as many people as possible, except for FL Studio because I don't like that DAW. But
but there you go with that again. Well, I feel you on that. Yeah, I'm the same way. But the only reason I have multiple DAWs is because I have jobs that require me to use DAWs that I don't like Pro Tools. Yes. I can't stand Pro Tools, but it's when I go to the studio, where they're recording on Pro Tools. And if I had to take it home, I need it at home, so I had to learn it. I mean, I learned Pro Tools back in the day, you know, for the shit. When I first started, I thought, you know, when I heard Pro Tools, oh, everybody use Pro Tools, so it must be the best DAW. Realized real quick that shit's garbage. It's fucking guy to buy a fucking interface just to run it when at the time, and all kind of shit. And the interface preamps blew up on me, and I ain't had the gain up at all. Well, actually, I think I did because I was fucking stupid, didn't know how to gain stage back in the day. So yeah, I think I did blow my damn preamps. But I mean, shit. I mean. Yeah, you know, but yeah, I only use other DAWs because it's because of work. If it wasn't because of that, I stay in FL Studio. I know I can do everything in FL Studio. I can record, I can make beats, I can mix, I can master, all in it. And every DAW the same way. You can do everything from beginning to end in every single DAW. So pick one that works good for your workflow, learn it, stick with it. Yeah, and if you think, you know, hey, maybe I want to try something else, go for it. You know, I mean, but yeah. You should really just learn one and just stick with it, and only switch if you don't switch. Just pick up another one. It's just to have, you know.
Well,
you
switch if the another reason why I switched, like for example, the reason why I got into live, like I had tried using live throughout the years a lot of times, and I did not like it. Like I seriously did not like it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. But you know, I've always had a machine. I've had a machine since 2007. I used to produce on an MPC and a sound module. I used to produce on a Roland Phantom. I used to produce on a Triton. So I like touching buttons. But I was looking for that. I was looking for that feel again, and I was using machine, and the machine got kind of limited because it wasn't a DAW, you know. And then I'm looking at the push, and I'm looking at my Guitar Center card, and I'm looking at 24-month financing, and then they gave me 36-month financing. So it's just like so it's just like, yeah, why not have this for $12 a month? You know, situations like that where you feel like there's something that there's some type of workflow that you would be more productive if you were using another DAW. Like another DAW is not going to make your music sound different. You know what I mean? Like, you might make different sounding music in another DAW because of the workflow pushes you in a certain direction. You know what I mean? Like, for example, the drum racks that I use in Ableton Live, the way that they're set up, it allows me to have drum samples from different folders all in one place, so I could just turn a knob and cycle through 128 kicks. Whereas in Studio One, if I want to cycle through kicks with a press of a button, it can only be within a folder. So that puts me in a situation where I'm using one kit. You know, I'm using the Sound Oracle cassette drums. Whereas on live, I'm using, you know, Illmind stuff and Jules Jadon, and I'm using my stuff, and I'm using Sound Oracle stuff, all within the same rack. So it gives me a more eclectic sound. Whereas Studio One, I'm more focused, like, you know, like Adderall, laser beam, just knocking stuff out, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind picking up live myself if I had to push myself. I'm thinking about getting one. Haven't thought about it yet because I done bought so much shit so far. Y'all seen me go on my little splooge board buying thing shit. I mean, I need to stop. So I can't afford it right now. I can't afford it. I just don't want to get it. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, in that case, yeah, it makes sense. Like, you know, the push is amazing. I think if FL Studio or any other DAW, they need some sort of controller for their DAW. That is a smart move on Live's part. Live made the biggest, smartest move ever because the push is amazing. I mean, I've seen people use that thing and crush it and kill it.
Yeah, you could control the whole DAW from the push. That's one thing. Like that's one thing that, like, I'm hoping that. What was you saying? You wanted to see that in Studio One, or I mean, you want to
Studio One and FL?
Yeah.
If they make a keyboard that can do that, they make a MIDI keyboard that has that functionality where you can just not even look at the screen, just be, you know.
Bro, the thing that freaks me out about Studio One is Studio One's a hardware company, fam. Studio One's a hardware company. You're a hardware company.
Hey, well, you gotta get a mixer if you want.
yeah. You could get a $1,800 mixer and run our stock fat channel through there. Nah, bro. We want a controller, man. Like dude, like it's a, like, that's another reason why I like working on live, because I got my stand right here. I reach out and touch it. Dude, you can do everything. You can step sequence, you can adjust the velocity, you could pitch bend on there, you can add plugins, you can add instruments, you can browse and then you can control third-party plugins natively through the encoders on the actual push. There's no DAW has nothing like that. And then for a hardware company to not even try, bro, like, how you not even try?
So we're all in agreement. Ableton is the best DAW out there.
Ableton's the god DAW, bro.
It trumps FL Studio, trumps Studio One.
Yeah,
don't listen to this. Just go get Ableton Live and you'll be happy. But yeah, I got another question. This is a good one, actually. What do we think about producers using MIDI packs? What do you feel about that?
I think MIDI packs are an incredible tool. I think you guys should go to studio1tutorials.com, hit the buy sounds tab, get Nocturnal 808. You're also going to want to get Drum Arsenal. There are two amazing MIDI packs that you're going to want to use. No, that's facts. You guys should get that stuff. But as far as using MIDI packs, listen, I've been I've been using MIDI packs ever since I started producing on a computer. And the reason why I started using MIDI packs, because I came over from using hardware and stuff like that. Everything to me about using a computer has been weird, straight up. Like when I first saw Reason was the first time I saw a piano roll. I was like, oh hell no, get that shit out of here. That's cheating. If you can't play it, you shouldn't be able to have it in your beat. You know what I mean? Like that's the way that I felt. And then everybody started using it, and then I got, you know, I acquiesced. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm a musician. This is about creativity, and if there is a tool that can harbor my creativity and take me somewhere where I could write music, because when you use a piano roll, that's essentially what you're doing. You're writing music. You're just doing it graphically. You're not doing it like Beethoven on a piece of paper. You understand what I'm saying? So to get to the MIDI packs, I mean, this was back in like 2010 is when I was really like on MIDI packs heavily. And it was great because it showed me chord progressions. Like I didn't have a piano teacher, so I didn't understand chord progressions. Or, you know, I would go and hear a fire melody and it would be in the MIDI pack, and then I would have a visual reference of a motif, you know, the shape of a melody, and then all of a sudden, like the way that my brain works, because I have a photographic memory, and I can attach that to my ears. So now I could see these shapes and associate it with a sound. And now I could say, oh, okay, if I want to make that sound, I just draw that shape, because creating melodies is all about the intervals in between the notes. You understand what I'm saying? So using a MIDI pack, at first it could seem like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm just using someone else's melody. This is corny. That is, you know, that's that first that's that overemphasis on originality that musicians place on themselves, because you grow up listening to musicians who tell you a lie, right? They tell you that like they're the most original person and that all their inspiration comes from hip hop Jesus, when it's not true. Pretty much everybody who creates in a major industry setting has a huge amount of collaborators, and we're at this cool place in technology where if I want to collaborate with Slim tonight, I can do that. When I first started making beats, I couldn't collaborate with anybody. You had to come to my place, and then you had to actually be talented enough to bang on the MPC or play a melody or something like that. It was almost like starting a band. So you have kind of like the OGs in the game that new producers look up to, that they were forced to do everything by themselves. But the truth be told, we didn't really want to do everything by ourselves, bro. We just didn't know anybody who was serious enough about production to do whatever it had to do to be good enough to compete in the field. Now we got cloud-based sharing, we got Dropbox, we have, I could send you MIDI files, I could send you audio files, you could take them, twist them, flip them around, and do whatever you want with them. And I think to look at it from a perspective where it's like, nah, that's corny, is very limiting. And that's such a funny thing about this generation, because like I'm from the group of millennials where we didn't have the internet until we were 13, right? And then then once the internet, we didn't have Google until we were 18. That's when Google really hit, bro. So I seen the other side of it. So to see all of these tools, and I'm just looking at them like, what? We can do this? Bro, I can make 15 beats a day. I've made 15 beats a day. Not trash beats, fully arranged beats. With these MIDI packs, just sparking inspiration. There's no need for beat block anymore. Like we've put ourselves where we're augmenting our talent by having collaborators. And to deny yourself of that, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, because just like how initially I thought the piano roll was cheating, by you thinking that MIDI is cheating, bruh, everybody's using it.
Yeah, I mean, that thing is like
everybody's using it, and like how we were talking about producers listening to producers' beats, bro. Yeah. The rapper you play that fire melody for, he's not gonna be like, yo, use a MIDI on this?
Yeah, did you get that from Mr. Different or Craftmaster or you go to this website to get that? No, they don't give a fuck. They care about it. The beat bangs, the shit works, and that's the thing about it.
Bro, I got Slim's MIDIs. Bro, I don't flip your piano MIDIs, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like people, think MIDIs are bad or weak or sad or hack or a bad way of doing it, whatever. My thing is, okay, if you're trying to sell to other producers, yeah, that might. If you're trying to, make beats for other producers, yeah, because they're gonna be like, oh, bro, that's a MIDI. But to artists, they don't know what the fuck a MIDI is. They don't give a fuck about that shit. Like I said, that's why a lot of y'all not making money off y'all music because y'all so busy trying to get the approval of other producers when y'all should be getting the approval of these artists who don't give a fuck what you use. They don't care if you use the 808 Mafia siren, spins DJ, the spins 808, MIDIs, loops, samples. They don't give a fuck. If the beat is good, they're gonna buy it. So that's why a lot of y'all are stuck in that same little box that y'all is, not making no sales in your BeatStar, SoundClick, SoundCloud, Airbit, whatever the fuck y'all using. Y'all just need to say, fuck it. Fuck what, the producers or anything think about your shit. Just do it. Make money. Do it for the artists because they don't give a fuck. Just like I say, mixing in different situations. Like the average listener doesn't know about this shit. They probably listen to your shit on speakers and on little small speakers and cars and all that. And I see a lot of engineers arguing about, should you mix for smaller speakers? No, you shouldn't. You should mix for what the fuck you listening to in your room and all that. And who cares what people listen to on it? That's what it is. But that's another story.
Yeah, dude, I mix for phones and I mix for laptops. That's what I mix for, dude. Like,
but you shouldn't mix solely for that. You should, like I said, I think people they'll get like different type it's a good practice to get like different type of medias to listen to your stuff on, like have different speakers and all that. I get that, but you shouldn't try to mix. You shouldn't be trying to mix for small speakers and all that. You should be trying to mix in a neutral setting. Like your studio should be.
No. You're right. You're right. That's what you should do. Yeah. I'm just telling you what I do. Like, bro, like I have my focals and I have my Avantones. Dude, dude, but I don't turn the focals on anymore. You know what I mean? This I got $2,000 of speakers looking at me just that I don't turn on. The only time I turn them on is when I have company over to impress them. But when I say I'm mixing for iPhone, dude, I just use the Avantones now. Like if the 808 doesn't sound good in the Avantone, it's not coming. It's not coming out, bro. Like
why do people still use NS10s? They the crappiest speakers you can buy. Yeah. But if you make them sound good in NS10s, guess what? Your shit's gonna translate on every damn thing sounding amazing because that's just how they're designed. They're designed to be shitty on purpose. But if you use MIDIs or loops, I mean, just do what you gotta do. Don't worry about producers thing. If you think it's a bad thing, that's because you're not selling music to artists. You're selling music to producers and not buying your shit. So that's how I say about it. Yeah, that's another thing. We're being real about this shit, and I don't think nobody want to hear that. They don't want to hear the real shit. They don't want to hear the real.
Because like I think what happens especially when you're starting out in music, and maybe you carry this over, like people attach like almost like a religious ideology to creation, which is ironic because we're talking about creation. That's what gods do, right? Right. But like, bro, like the thing about when you're creating something is there's no limits, there's no rules. You do what you do, and if it's good, if your vibration is on point, and your girl comes by the room and she's dancing, it don't matter if you use the MIDI pack, fam. I had somebody ask, Hit Play wanted to know, so how do you guys feel about companies MIDI not being royalty free? I guess they're using they're thinking about certain MIDI packs that require you to that are master clearance guaranteed. I've talked about this before, and I think that the creators of those MIDIs are 100% entitled to that. The deal is, for you guys that don't know, people who use this method, they'll say that you can use it to sell however many leases you want. So you could go and make bread on this without kicking them back a dime. However, if you place it on a major, they want credit. They're gonna break you off, and then they want co-production credit and probably a percentage of of the royalties and the advance if you can negotiate that. And I think that that's totally worth it, just because you don't have a personal relationship with the person who created this MIDI doesn't mean that they're not entitled to production credit on a record that they worked on. Again, you know, we're in this new place with, you know, with technology, and I think that the people who were born into it, who have just always had the internet, they think that these aren't real people, bro. But you know what I mean? Like all them boys over at Internet Money, like those are actual humans. You know what I mean? Like they're people. They had the talent to play that shit. You didn't. So now you're using their stuff to get a placement. You do the right thing and you break the boys off, bro, because if they were in the studio next to you and they wrote the same MIDI, you would do that. That would be the right thing to do. But just because you paid $40 fucking for it, now you're entitled to 100% of the profits, bro. You paid $40, and them boys give you like 60 MIDIs in a pack. Come on, man.
Yeah. Oh god, somebody just asked me one of the most funniest questions on here. I don't know if I want to read it, but
what they hit
I know
you
you'll
with?
get a laugh at it. They hit me with, did you see Busy Where Beats new video?
Oh, dog, you know I watched that. You know I watched that. You know I watched that, bro.
I had to. I was like, man, somebody linked me to it. I'm like, I'm gonna be like this. I do not hate Busy Where Beats for the last time.
Bro, you said some things, boy.
Well, I had to, because you know when you act like a bitch, you gotta get treated.
Bro, you went on the man, fuck that whole ass, fuck that.
I mean, I think that did it.
You did that. You did that, bro. And then you had the Carl Thomas or the Anthony Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Meme on the board, bro. And you know what, bro? Like Gabe is a good dude, bro. Like
he's good at marketing, because he's marketing to a audience that doesn't know nothing about music, and he's profiting off them. And I cannot hate him for that, because, like I said, that's just a marketing technique.
Well, listen, Slim. Anybody will tell you when it comes to marketing, you sell to the least experienced people, like because they need the most help, bro.
Exactly. And people think I hate him because he's doing it. I'm like, I don't care, he's doing that. That's cool, man. I don't give a fuck. That's great. But back to the video though. That I watched the video. I did not hear the music at all, because he hired some.
Yo,
he must have dropped a lot of money.
No, dog. He first of all, he was in the backyard. He was in Miami. Okay, so Fool was at the crib, and like them girls was bad. Them girls was bad, right? But they wasn't like, he didn't have to break that much money off. I could tell you right now. And if he did, he got robbed. You know what I mean? Because he did like those weren't the bottle girls, bro. You know what I mean? Like he didn't pull nobody out of Tootsies or King of Diamonds. Like those were,
like I said, he distracted you with eye candy from the fact that the song wasn't even. I mean, once I turned the screen off and listened to the song, it was an average song. It was like,
nah, but you know what that was, right? Nah, hold up, I ain't gonna let you do that like that, bro. And I ain't even like I ain't gonna let you do that to Busy, bro. But you know that was a tutorial, bro. That was a tutorial, because when he does his tutorials now, he does a vocal take over it now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So he just,
one of his songs,
bro. That was the dog. That was he.
One of his freestyles, then.
Yo, as a YouTuber, I thought it was I thought it was cool, because Fool went and he took one of his live streams and then turned it into a music video. And then when he was doing the music video, he didn't even do any performance shots, bro. He just like he just like walked around, and then the way the way he was interacting with the women, it wasn't even it wasn't on like no dirtbag shit, which I thought was cool too. Because like once I seen the women, I was like, yo, Game, you know, like Game like has a certain image, you know what I mean? He's giving away free Bibles and stuff like that, bro. Like I want to see, you know, I want to see what he does. And I was impressed, because it showed integrity on his part, on his brand, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't just in there like smacking ass and pouring bottles on them. He was like it almost looked like he was like, come here, shorty, let me show you about your 401k. We can really enhance what's going on.
But that's it. That's him. He's a businessman. He's a businessman. He holds that persona. So I mean, nothing wrong with that. Somebody said he dressed better than me. Damn right, he has suits all the time. I don't have no fucking suits. I wear street clothes, man. He dressed way better than me. But yeah, I mean, so
yeah,
I mean,
I tell you what, bro. If y'all ever see me in the street, bro, I guarantee you I am the best dressed YouTuber doing DAW tutorials. I put that on everything, bro. I go in, bro. Like I'm talking about, like you can't mess with the Porter Rock swag, bro. Like anybody, anybody could get it, bro. I ain't wearing sneakers with a suit, bro. I ain't wearing sneakers with a suit. I'm a grown up.
That's it. But at the end of the day, it was an average song, average beat. Wasn't all that impressive, but the video had a bunch of girls in it and everybody like that. And look at the comments. That's all they're talking about. They're not saying nothing about the music or the song.
But I think that I want to take this. I want to take this conversation away.
I just do that. I just do that,
bro. That's what I'm saying. I want to take the conversation away from game and more towards like I feel like that was almost like a statement on his part, because he did like the thing like what academics did. You know what I mean? Like he was just like, this is all they're doing, guys. You know what I mean? And it was like, and I feel like it was kind of like an inspiring thing to his group of people, because it was like, yo, you guys could do this too. You know what I'm saying? Like they really ain't doing nothing. You know, like you guys watched me freestyle this, and then I didn't even do any performance shots, and you guys could do it. I think that's what fans of Busy Work Beats, and you know what I mean? Like, no, because our communities overlap, bro. Like I see the same people in my streams as I see in your streams, as I see in MG streams, as I see in Av streams, as you see in Busy streams. You know what I mean? Like they all go to the, you know, they all go through the channels, bro. But, so I think
I'm the most hated though, unfortunately.
Nah, you're not the most hated, bro. I promise you.
I'm too real for these cats, man. I need to start. Hello, everybody. Today we're gonna talk about, you know, how to really get your kick sounding really good using stock plugins, and all your beats are great. I guarantee you.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. That's not happening. You need to at least spend $29 on Renax, bro. You know what I mean? We'll hook you up. God. Nah, Renax will do it, bro. Renax will do it, bro.
But at the end of the day, you know, that was good. But you know, at the end of the day, the thing I got from that whole thing is that anybody can do this shit. Like if you're a producer, you can do it. You can make it big. You can do it. Don't limit yourself. Like everybody has a millionaire built inside of them. It's just how you're gonna unleash it to the world and how you're gonna get that money. That's what you need to think about. That's the main thing, in my opinion. Like so, like I say,
Yeah, High Flow Studio 4 is coming, bro. I had another question in here that I don't want to overlook.
Let's get one more in.
And they were asking what's our go-to, where the hell is it? Compressor and EQ chain for mixing.
Like for what? Mixing what? That's the thing. Mixing what?
I'm gonna assume it was for vocals, bro. Where the hell is it?
Oh, vocals! I can show y'all mine right now because I got the Apollo. Whoop, whoop.
Pull it up.
So first off, I use my LA2A because if you don't know what the LA2A is,
why do you use an LA2A, bro? A lot of people use that shit on vocals.
Because the way it's designed, the LA2A is an optical compressor, which means that it has a light that actually flashes inside of it, and then it reacts to that depending on how hot the light is, and that's how it kind of it compresses it. And since it's a photo cell or light, whatever, it has a very smooth, gentle kind of, you know, cut like compression and all that to it. So it's really gentle on. It's got like a really smooth and gentle compression to it, which is good for leveling out vocals.
Does it have a fast attack or a slow attack?
It's like a slow attack. It's like a medium.
Okay, that's why people like it.
Yep. And it's two knobs. You have a gain reduction knob, which how much gain reduction you actually get in, and then you have a makeup gain. That's it.
That's why I like that. I do something similar. Yeah. Like I start with RVox for the same reason.
Yeah,
for the same reason.
RVox is basically I think RVox actually don't it have like a optical mode in it? It has like
it does.
Warm optical. Yeah, so it actually emulates that as well. I remember because they actually
our comp has that. Our comp has that. RVox doesn't have it.
Because all the Renaissance plugins from Waves are actually based off of analog gear.
Right.
People don't know that. Yeah. So and then I use a Poltech EQ for EQ, and I just compress and EQ my vocals, and then DS it, of course, because you're gonna because all the S sounds. I have bad sibilants, but yeah, I use a compressor. I use a LA2A as a compressor. I use a Poltech.
Yo, whoa. Hold on, I'm gonna try to get Slim back on, y'all. Rip the stream. How can you copyright anything with scalar and inversion on MIDI packs? Everything is open. Nah, you could copyright it, bro. I mean, dude, you can copyright a song with, you know, with a 4-bar sample loop playing. He pulled take them stuff right out of the stream, bro. Yo, y'all are savage. Y'all are savage, bro. Why you doing Slim like that? Oh God, I don't even know how to use this. I always make him call me. But yeah, the copyright is not an issue with stuff like that. I mean, the way that the stuff is like if you have the same exact melody from another song, you can still copyright your beat. When you go to release it, you need to pay to license that melody, which is why that shit which is why the creators of the MIDI packs, if they stipulate that they want the if they want that. Oh, there he goes.
There you go. Okay, we back.
Yeah. I was just going into my chat. People were asking how you could copyright anything with scalar and MIDI and everybody using the same stuff, and I was explaining to them that copyright isn't dependent on your melody being original. It's where you run into stuff like that is when you go to publish the actual music. If you don't have clearance from the people who own the rights to that music, then you can run into you could run into an issue with having to pay them.
But yeah, oh man, but yeah, that's actually dope. That's a good thing. I did. Copywriting is a good thing to do. I need to start copywriting my shit, or at least letting it published.
Yeah, I mean, once you create it, you have a copyright. You know, you could go through.
Because technically, whenever you create it, your metadata when you actually export it is actually considered copyright.
Yes, sir. So
you know,
a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, so as soon as you export that, boom, you have proof, physical proof that you created that on this time, this date, and it's yours. You know, technically. So, yeah, you got.